My name is Helena Nordlund and I work in Södertälje Municipality with different food-related projects since 2011. I will now give you a basic orientation about the meal concept Diet for a Green Planet. Diet for a Green Planet is a concept for healthy food, which can also be sustainably produced without harming the environment and the climate. The concept has been successfully implemented in Södertälje's public canteens since 2010. It's based on a holistic and systemic understanding and functions all over the world as it can be adapted to different geographic conditions. We are more than 7 billion people in the world and have 1.4 billion hectares of arable land to share. It means around 2,000 square meters in average per person. But today, Swedish people use between 3,000 and 4,000 square meters per person for the food we consume. But if we follow Diet for a Green Planet, 2,000 square meters would be enough to live well and then also to live in harmony with nature. But we throw away a lot of food. We feed animals with food that humans can eat, and we often eat more than is healthy for us. If we follow Diet for a Green Planet, our food consumption would be both healthier and more environmentally friendly. Diet for a Green Planet can be summarized in 5 core criteria. First of all, food must be tasty and attractive. If not, no one will eat it. And of course, it also has to be healthy. The second criteria is about production methods and recommends organic products as much as possible, preferably from regenerative farming, which means, among other things, that there is a balance between the number of animals and the land area. This makes it possible for the farm to be self-sufficient of fodder and manure. The third criteria is about menu composition. A much smaller amount of animal products are used than what is mainstream, in favor of nourishing vegetables, protein-rich legumes, and satisfying whole grain products, but without any need for converting to vegan or vegetarian food only. The fourth criteria is about geographic adaptation and is based on using ingredients that can be produced in your own region and what you have access to during different seasons. It reduces the need for long-distance transports, energy consumed in production, and unnecessary storing. And last but not least, reduce food waste in all parts of the food chain, in production, processing, distribution, and from the kitchen and the plate. Diet for a Green Planet is based on research and is consistent with the dietary guidelines from Swedish authorities. The systemic perspective has its origin in research from the Baltic Sea projects BERAS and BERAS implementation, in which many farms, processing industries, consumers, and academic partners from the countries around the Baltic Sea were involved. The research in BERAS aimed to show what kind of agriculture does not overload the sea with nutrients and to develop the entire food system in an environmentally and climate-friendly direction. The Diet for a Green Planet concept includes sustainability aspects from different fields and take the whole food system into account. It's good for the climate as less food is consumed and wasted, and through an agriculture that binds carbon into the soil and therefore reduces CO2 in the atmosphere. Farming methods are used which reduce eutrophication, which means overload of nutrients that leak from soil to the water bodies, and also methods that enhance biodiversity and soil fertility. Less land is required when less animal products are used and when food waste is minimized. The Diet for a Green Planet concept also leads to a menu composition and a choice of ingredients that give us healthy food. There are other food concepts similar to Diet for a Green Planet, which can function as a useful tool when you want to implement Diet for a Green Planet in practice. An international group of scientists, the so-called Eat Lancet Commission, has published the report Food Planet Health, which also points out that food must be healthy as well as possible to produce in a sustainable way. They give recommendations on what kind of food we should eat less and what kind we can eat more of. And then we have WWF, which in 2018 in Sweden launched the concept One Planet Plate, which also corresponds to Diet for a Green Planet. It's composed by several very useful guides for different groups of products. And with this I want to sum up. Diet for a Green Planet is first of all a way of thinking based on a holistic perspective, more than a final answer on right or wrong. It's a useful guide to anyone that cooks food in public kitchens, restaurants or private homes. It applies rules of thumb and challenges you to become creative, environmentally aware and health-friendly at the same time. Thank you and good luck.